So quick Saturday night review. Arcade number 2, which is the first one I built. Rampage overall arcade. Arcade went up again at Walmart if you want it. $460. Is it worth it? Yes, it does have the vintage look and everything. It has 4 different great games. Not like Street Fighter has pretty much the same franchise on it. This one is Midway Classic Arcade. So all the games that I used to play when I was 3 or 5, 6 years old. Especially Rampage. The whole arcade has the original look of the Rampage arcade. As you can see, all the joystick buttons and artwork. The whole around, especially the top, is just really priceless, like the original look. Except for that, that's brand new. So like I said, Gauntlet, Joust, another great classic. The catch in this one, and Gauntlet, a dungeon explorer game, one of the greatest classic ever, 4-player. The good thing about this arcade, it's the first in Series 1 of 3-player arcade. This one has 3-player. Rampage, just that, is a must-own, must-buy. The original 3-stick play. Gauntlet also is the dungeon crawler, which I'm just going to show off quick. For people who've never seen Gauntlet, it's pretty awesome. Oh, you can actually 2-player this one. You can't 3-player it. I just noticed. I've been playing with my son actually a lot, and we're having a blast playing this classic. I thought you could 3-player that. I don't know. No, I think originally the arcade was only 2-player. I'm sorry for that. Wrong information. Misinformation. The only catch is there's one game on here. It's Defender. I liked it. It was one of my favorite games. But the trick is on Defender is... That's my negative point of the whole arcade thing. The Rampage one must... You know, that's a must play. It's a classic. Joust also is just one of the best. Actually, that one too is just a 2-player game. It was a 2-player game. What am I saying? I'm too tired. It's late Saturday night. And I gotta work on Sunday. It's kind of crazy. Joust was pretty simple. Quick gameplay in this review. If you can see the screen. Flying around and you gotta get on top. Nah, I just got owned. But you gotta get on top of the other players. Once they change into an egg, you can capture them and half points. It was... on its own, very challenging, very fun. Great game. On its own, it's super fun, but 2-player gives the most out of the game. Now, the trick is, I want to see and I want to show you guys. Defender, kind of, really disappointed. If you look at the controls, right there, the controls are like, you have to play all across this. This is your main control stick to use for your spaceship. Reverse is there to turn around the spaceship. Thrust is there to give the gas on the spaceship. Then you have the smart bomb, you have the warp here. Like, your whole joystick is all this. I wish maybe the controls were placed differently and confined in a smaller place. It's really hard to play. I'll do my best. Trying to show you. See my spaceship? Now the gas is over here. Now you have to hold the gas and the stick. Plus the gun is over here. It's a bit far-fetched to play and kind of hard. And it's not easy to win it. That's all I'm saying. Back in the days, the controls were closer to me, as I can recall from back in the days. So just the controls on Defender needs to be fixed, because it's really hard to play. Like, the whole board is your control pad. For me, it's too much. But just with Rampage, Gauntlet, and Joust, perfectness, party time. It's not an arcade to play on your own. The most fun you're gonna have with this, well, on your own, it's great also, but it's mainly a 3-stick arcade. It's fun to play together. I play with my son and my daughter, Rampage, for hours and hours. You have 128 levels. Classic, fun gameplay. 3-player. George, Lizzie, and Ralph. If you never played Rampage, what it is, it's one of my classic games. You're basically overgrown gorilla and lizard, and you're eating people off of buildings. And eating people gives you energy back, and you have to destroy 128 cities to get through the game. If you've never seen it or you never played it, it's one hell of a great multiplayer game. And it goes a little bit like this, and you see it in the background. But it's the best. I would consider just that. I only mainly bought it for nostalgia purposes and playing the original graphics and game. It has the original feel to it. That's the whole point of the Arcade 1-Up franchise, I think. The next buy is going to be the Final Fight one, as I promised, because it's going to be Final Fight, I think 1944, a shoot 'em up, topside plane, plus Strider, the arcade game, and Ghost and Goblins on it. I think only those 4 games was pretty much very well worth it, especially Final Fight, a brawler. But for this, not like, yeah, I would say must buy, must own for any collector. Yes, just for the Rampage part, Joust and Gauntlet. I wish the Gauntlet look we would have another like stickers or artwork we could change, because they had some really cool artwork back in the days. I'm pretty much sold. I bought the 2 best ones in the series. The other ones I don't really care to go back and buy them. Pac-Man, you get tired over it so easily and fast, and the other ones are not games that I recall. I would consider, if you're going for these arcades, these are the best 2 systems out there for now. So I would say definitely must buy, must own, but just the controls on the 4th game, like Defender, it's really annoying. I just don't know. I just don't know for that part. But for the rest, it is a good classic feel. And again, I'm going to add the fact that I don't have the risers. I love playing these arcade games standing up. Eventually, I'll get them. Maybe next year. I don't know. But that's my overall review. Sound quality and everything. You have the volume set up and everything. You can put it loud, off, or whatever. And that's about it. Tomorrow's back to work. Love you guys. Have a great weekend. Christmas is upon us Monday evening. So have a great rest of weekend. Love y'all. Don't forget to thumbs up the video. Support the channel. And I'll see you all tomorrow. As promised. Daily video. We keep on going.